Welcome to the Catholic Life Coach podcast, where I help ambitious Catholic women overcome fear and self-doubt so that they can boldly step into the dreams God placed in their hearts, live authentically, and grow a business rooted in their faith. I'm your host, Carla Fitz. I am the Catholic Life Coach, mom, entrepreneur, and your companion on this journey of holy ambition. Each week, we dive deep into faith, mindset, business, and identity so that you can live aligned, lead confidently, and create the impact God designed you for without guilt or hustle. If you are ready to stop holding back and start showing up as the woman God created you to be, you are in the right place. Welcome, and let's get started. Hello and welcome to this week's episode. I am honored and blessed to be here with you, especially because I'm starting to get sick again, and I'm very grateful that I'm able to sit here in my office and record this podcast before I completely lose my voice by the end of my calls on Saturday. Like, I know it's gonna happen. It has been an adjustment being back home here in Nebraska. It's been a blessing all throughout. It's been really exciting. For those of you who have been listening to the podcast or you haven't listened to the podcast in a little while, I do want to extend an invitation to you before we get started. Starting January 31st, we are going to launch the Radiant CEO Mastermind. If you have been listening all the way through the end of each episode, you would have heard that those applications are open, but I wanted to extend a loving invitation here directly to you because the Radiant CEO Mastermind is a very, very special, high-touch luxury experience for Catholic women entrepreneurs who are desiring to grow in their business, their life, and find alignment so that they can enjoy the process of growing. Here's the thing, here in the podcast, I have shared so many times that these kinds of expansions, when it comes to saying yes to God, to taking leaps of faith, it is not comfortable. And what I am providing inside of the Radiant CEO Mastermind is 6 months of consistent support inside of a very small community. Only 5 women will be welcomed inside. You will have weekly group coaching, plus I'm giving you one-on-one coaching once a month to each one of you. On top of that, you will have support in between calls, and we will end the mastermind in Assisi. We will have 6 luxurious days in Assisi, Italy, disconnecting and reconnecting so that we can end the mastermind celebrating the person that we have become. It is 6 months because it takes time to recognize what's happening in your mind, to heal every single one of your thoughts, and to grow. As you are expanding, what you will notice is you will have new beliefs, new emotions, new challenges, and you will not have to do this on your own anymore. The point of this mastermind is really to expand your impact. My biggest mission when it comes to my career is supporting, empowering, and helping other Catholic women entrepreneurs reach the lives that they are meant to touch. And that is why I created this beautiful 6-month program inside. If you're interested, the link is in the description. And I want to invite you, if you want to chat about it, I am open to having a call individually and just chatting about it, seeing if this is a good fit for you to grow in 2026. All right, so let's get started with the podcast. This week, I wanted to talk about an important question that we should ask ourselves at the beginning of each year. For the longest time, I was under the impression that if things were good, it was going to get bad. And I think for so many of us, we forget the goodness of God. I think sometimes it's easier to imagine bad things happening to us than it is to think about the good things that can happen to us. One of the questions that shifted my perspective and in the way that I trust is the following: how good can it get? This might sound silly, but honestly, how good are you willing to let it get? Your dreams, your desires, they are there not just for you.
They are there for others. I think as Christians and entrepreneurs, our mission is to serve other people. And that's when it gets really, really good. When you start seeing the people you are meant to serve, being served not just by anyone, but by you, by your talents, your gifts, your ideas. When you allow yourself to grow into the woman God is calling you to be. How good are you willing to let it get in your life? I recently did an exercise with all of my one-on-one clients to start the year and set intentions with God in the center. And what came up was so many of them, and so many of us, including me, sometimes when I ask the question, what are you willing to feel and do in order to co-create this dream with God this year? And most of the time, we mention things like, I am willing to feel doubt, fear, stress. I'm willing to feel sadness, rejection. I'm willing to feel uncomfortable. I am willing to do the things I don't want to do. But in reality, we're actually also avoiding feeling seen, feeling successful, feeling good, feeling joy, feeling love, feeling acceptance. We're also scared of doing the things we want to do. We're also scared of putting ourselves out there and being seen. We're also scared of saying yes as much as we are scared of saying no. It's not just the negative emotions that we're afraid of. In reality, it's actually the positive emotions that we fear the most. One of the hardest emotions to process, to accept, to sit with is joy. And sometimes we think, I want to be happy. But here's the thing, sometimes it's easier to be happy than it is to be joyful. Sometimes it's easier to feel sad than it is to feel expansive. That word, I'm using it so much when I talk about the mastermind, when I talk about any of my programs. You're coming with me and you are working with me because you want to expand. You want to say yes. You want to grow into the person that he's calling you to be. But if you can imagine a rubber band, the clearest vision that I can think of is a thick rubber band. For me, it's green in my head. I think those are the ones that my mom had in our house. But if you can imagine a thick green rubber band, when you stretch it right in front of you, what happens to that rubber band? In my memory, I remember that rubber band stretching to the point of cracking, and it doesn't feel comfortable. So imagine yourselves being that rubber band. God is stretching you. He's expanding you. And those cracks, those fears, that anxiety, that doubt are going to come up. And what you need to do in those moments is hold space so that that emotion feels seen, so that you can get really good at feeling it and recognizing it and saying, okay, I see you, but we're safe to keep going. But here's the thing. Once you're stretched, you get used to that version of you, and it becomes normal. And in that moment, God will call you higher. You're going to be there for a little bit and God's going to be like, okay, let's keep going. And every season, every lesson is a preparation for the next. Nothing's gone wrong when you are shaking. Nothing's gone wrong when you feel stretched. In fact, some really awesome things are happening when you allow yourself to expand, to reach new levels of possibilities, of challenges, of learning. It's not meant to be comfortable. I'm not saying that. I will never say that to you. It is not meant to be comfortable. But in that discomfort is when we find alignment. It's exciting. It's joyful. You are doing what you came to this world to do. You're no longer fighting it. You're embracing it. You're embracing the good, the bad, the not so great, the frustrating, the things working, the things not working, the step backs, the learning, the success. But this is the process of expanding our capacity our capacity to be seen, our capacity for success, our capacity for goodness. We tend to expect the bad, but we don't expect the good. And the reason being is that we haven't normalized these good things happening to us, this growth. We haven't normalized this version of ourselves that is comfortable receiving as well as sacrificing, that's willing to welcome all the amazing things that God has for us. So that is my invitation. What are you willing to do to co-create these new goals that you have set for yourself for 2026? How good can it get? How good am I willing to let it get? My loves, I am praying for you. I am praying for this journey that you're going into. I am praying for you to let God fill your hearts. I'm praying for you to let Him lead and let Him show off in your life. God doesn't just want to give you the bare minimum. He wants to give you the very best. But you have to be willing to receive it. I hope you have an amazing 2026. I'm sending you so much love, so much support. Know that I'm here for you. And until next time, God bless. Thank you so much for joining us in this episode. I hope you found this helpful. And if you would like some more support, I want to remind you that the Radiant CEO Mastermind starts January 31st. There's only a few spots left and a total of 5 Catholic CEOs that are going to come with me in this incredible journey. It is 6 months of group coaching, community, high touch, one-on-one coaching, support in between, and an incredible 6-day luxury retreat in Assisi, Italy. This is a journey of transformation where God is going to help you heal so that you can co-create the most amazing business and life with God at the center. Applications are open and the link is in the description. All right, my loves, until next time, God bless.